The Raging Battles event is bringing Annihilape into Pokemon Go, and we're going to give you the top tips, tricks, and strategies to break down this event to optimize it to work best for your gameplay in Pokemon Go. So let's get into it. Welcome to the Trader Club. Here we go! Raging Battles is going down on Friday, the 19th at 10 a.m. all the way until Wednesday, the 24th at 8 p.m. We have a decent amount of time to be able to get after this event, and like I talked about, Annihilape is making its Pokemon Go debut, which is going to be by a buddy system. So you'll have to have Primeape as a buddy, and then what you do is you're going to battle 30 Ghost or Psychic type Pokemon with this Pokemon as your buddy. So that's going to be Gym type Pokemon that I would suggest you guys go after, and that's going to make it the easiest. The easiest way to be able to do this is to coordinate with a bunch of other players on different teams to be able to set up a gym, to bury that gym while you are fighting it, to put low-level Pokemon in that gym so that you can go after Psychic and Ghost type Pokemon with the Primeape, and then that will allow you to evolve it into Annihilape. And the other part is that you don't have to defeat these Pokemon, you just have to battle these Pokemon. So for me, this is the easiest way to do so. You just blow through the gym, 6 Pokemon, they bury it again, and you run through it, and you put all low-level Pokemon. That would be the easiest way to be able to do it in this game. And if not, you will have to either find Rocket Grunts, the Kiki, which is going to be one of the grunts, or the other grunt will be the Unseen Power Pokemon, which is going to be our Psychic types. You could even lose to those grunts and continue to battle them over and over again, and I believe that should work because they have 3 Pokemon, so that should be 3 battles. You lose on the last one, or you quit out, and you keep doing that over and over again, which would also be an easier way if that works, which we will find out here very soon, but that's one thing that I would definitely test. Not only that, we're going to get increased rocket activity, so we're going to go over all the top tricks and strategies, even with the spawn, starting off with tip number 1. During this event, we have spawns, which are going to include Mankey, Machop, Lickitung, Gligar, Sableye, Throh, Sawk, and we also have Scraggy. So Scraggy is a newer shiny that's going to be out. Sawk and Throh are typically regional lock Pokemon, and they are going to be out for you to catch regardless of the region that you're at. And then obviously the Mankey goes into Primeape, which then can go into Annihilape. All right, so let's get into it. So as far as meta attackers go here, we do have Mega Sableye. I love Sableye, not as a strong meta attacker, but more importantly as a Mega level 3 Pokemon. And you can even use the one that we're going to give you as a recommendation for GBL, because I don't care about you attacking with that Pokemon. It will never make the top of the charts, but it's a very effective Dark and Ghost type dual type Pokemon to have at a Mega level 3. The top meta attacker that's going to be spawning during this event is going to be Machamp, but not for the regular one, even though the regular one is a budget counter, but the Shadow one is even better. The Shadow one is a very, very strong, hard-hitting fighting type Pokemon, so do use that Pokemon wisely. But for the rest of them, we do have some PvP options here. Machamp actually does pretty well in the Great League. It's going to be ranked 36 in the Shadow and 65 in the non-Shadow with Counter, Cross Chop, and Rock Slide. 100% PvP IVs, and that's what will be when I talk about the IVs here in the PvP section, at a 0, 14, 11. In the Ultra League, in the non-Shadow, which I'm not going to cover because obviously the Shadow is not a readily available Pokemon going on during this event, it's going to be at a 112, and then in the Master League it's 108. So the main thing for Machamp is going to be in the Great League. Then we have Lickitung. Lickitung in the Great League is going to be ranked 1 actually, with Lick, Body Slam, which is an elite TM move, and Power Whip at an 8, 14, 15, and that's at level 50, so you'll need 296 XO candy. And then Licky in the Ultra League will be ranked 73 with Lick, Body Slam, and Shadow Ball at a 0, 14, 15. So the Licky used to be way better ranked, and since the adjustments as we do see come about as the game progresses, it's now 73, but Lickitung very well impressed with that Pokemon there. And then we have Gligar going into Gliscor, ranked 77 in the Great League in the non-Shadow form with Wing Attack, Earthquake, and Aerial Ace at a 1, 15, 14. And then ranked 23 with Wing Attack, Night Slash, and Earthquake at a 0, 14, 15 at level 40 and a half, so just a small amount of XL candy needed. And then we do have Sableye. Sableye is ranked 39 with Shadow Claw, Foul Play, and Return at a 3, 14, 15. And the other thing about Sableye is it is a Stardust boosted Pokemon. Every single time you catch it, you're getting additional Stardust because it's one of those specific Pokemon. So catch a lot of Sableye. The shiny is great, and once again, the Mega level 3 is a very valuable Pokemon, especially for the Halloween events. So although Halloween is quite a far ways away, start now and get your Pokemon prepped. And then finally we have Scrafty. So in the Great League, it's going to be ranked 34 with Counter, Power Up Punch, and Foul Play. And that one is going to be a 0-8-15. And then it's actually ranked 54 in the Ultra League, so pretty well ranked in both of these. Same exact moveset, except in the Ultra League, it's going to be a 9-15-15. And that's a newer shiny, and the Scrafty shiny looks amazing. I really like it. Let me know what you guys think about it. The Scraggy shiny is just a little bit of a kind of Pikachu type shiny with a little bit bronzer. But then when it goes into the Scrafty, it has a lime green coat on, which I think looks pretty cool. And that will be everything we need to know about the spawns, which then leads us into tip 2. Tip 2 is going to be all about the increased rocket activity going on during this event. So if you guys do want to see the top rocket leaders and everything going on during this specific rocket lineup, check this video out up here. It's very important that we go after this because we have a rocket lineup switch coming up very soon. So if you don't have a good Shadow Dratini, or you need a shiny Shadow Dratini, or you're trying to get the shiny Bellsprout from the Arlo, or you're even trying to get the Sableye from the Sierra, guys, now is the time to do so, because if you do not get those now, they're going to switch up and then they will not be available from the leaders anymore, and they're going to change. And so the leader Pokemon can change, some may recycle, and then we're going to have a different lineup in grunts. Maybe some of these Pokemon will make their way back into the grunts, but at the same time we want to make sure we're proactive. So if there's any of those out there that you do want, I have recommendations in that video that you guys should check out. Please make sure to capitalize on those going on right now. So go after all the rockets, utilize them, take full advantage of all the current leaders, get some 12-kilometer eggs, hatch those on Calm Day or whatever that is for you, and enjoy some extra Stardust. And most importantly, that leads us to tip 3. Tip 3 is all about the research that's going on during this event. Let's check it out. And the field research is going to be as follows. Catch 3 fighting type Pokemon for either 5 revives or 5 hyper potions. Power up a Pokemon 5 times, which I really don't suggest that you guys do this. I don't feel like powering up a Pokemon is worth doing a field research for, especially something low like a Mankey. Mankey will be a spawn during the event, so I don't really think that that's super necessary, to be quite honest with you guys. But if you're going to do that, please make sure to power up a level 1 Pokemon where the power up bar is all the way to the left. We have win 2 raids that can give you 3,000 stars, or defeat 2 Team Go Rocket Grunts, which is my favorite of the event. The only one that I'm going to be focusing on and trying to find will be the rarest, is going to be getting a mysterious component, which is amazing. Then we have collection challenges. We're going to have catch a Mankey, evolve into a Primeape, catch a Scraggy, catch a Lickitung, and catch Throw. And that's going to give us 3 TMs, and it's going to be 3,000 Stardust. And we have the Vital Spirit with the Sock, the Mankey, the Evolution, the Sableye, and the Gligar. That's going to give us 3 other TMs and 3,000 Stardust. And then finally, we have the Go Battle Week exclusive timed research. And that's going to be battle in the Go Battle League 5 times, 10 times, and use super effective attacks 10 times. And then power up a Pokemon 10 times. Once again, if you really want to save Stardust, you could just shoot 2 level 1 Pokemon, power them up. That will be 1,200 each for a grand total of 2,400 for that task to save you if you don't want to power up something high. That's going to give you 3 rare candies. It's actually going to give you an Elite TM and an Indigo hat. So this one is definitely worth doing that, even if you have to do that low level CP Pokemon. I do that all the time. Then the $2 paid research is going to be win 3 raids for 3 rare candies, defeat 4 Go Rocket Grunts. That will have a Rocket Raider. Then we have power up Pokemon 25 times, which I am not a fan of this, man. That is a lot, honestly, for 5,000 Stardust. Then you get 5,000 Stardust and 2 premium battle passes. Honestly, I'm not that impressed with that power up task 25 times. I would pass on this for certain, just because of that alone. And then finally, talking about the Primeape into the Annihilape, is all you have to do is make Primeape your buddy. Then you can have a friend send over a battle. And when your friend sends over that battle, you don't even have to have the Annihilape in, and I suggest they send over a 10 CP Pokemon, either a Psychic or a Ghost. You go quick through that friend's battle, and they're all 10 CP Pokemon. You're all fully powered up. You don't even have to have the Primeape as your buddy, and it will count as long as you have your buddy active on the map. Shout out to Fleece King for finding this information out as the most efficient way. Alrighty guys, that is going to be the research, which then leads to tip 4. Tip 4, all about raid battles. Let's figure out if they're worth it. We have in tier 1, Snubbull, Houndour, Mareanie, and then we have the shiny potential that's only been in 12-kilometer eggs of Pancham. So I know there's going to be a lot of people out there hunting Pancham raids, which it's a cool Pokemon. Shiny's cool, and Pangoro is so freaking cool. So I specifically will probably not go after these raids. Maybe I'll do a few of them, but at the same time, I would prefer to just naturally get this Pokemon as opposed to pay hard for getting the shiny. In tier 3 raids, we have Primeape, Gyarados, and Zweilous. Salis. And then in tier 5, we are going to have the Therian Thunderous, and then that's going to go all the way until Wednesday at 10 a.m. and then we're going to have the Therian Landorus take over for the final switch up of these bosses. And then we have the Mega Medicham, and that will change over into the Mega Steelix. Both of those Megas are very valuable Mega level 3 Pokemon. I don't even care what the IVs of those, just get those Pokemon to Mega level 3. I don't care if you're using them for GBL. You can Mega Evolve those Pokemon, and then you can get those to Mega level 3, and you can multi-purpose them, and you can have those to be able to evolve, which is going to be effective for catching Pokemon. These are all dual type Pokemon, which are very effective. We have the Psychic and the Fighting, which is great for Medicham. We have the Steel and the Ground, which is great for the Steelix. And then finally, we talked about for the Sableye, which obviously you're not getting Mega Energy when you're catching it. You are able to get the Ghost in the Dark. So there's 3 Megas that are very effective during this time. And then obviously just shiny Annihilape is out there. It's cool to see the Annihilape come out in the increased rocket activity as well as some pretty cool spawns. It's not an overwhelmingly amazing event because we do have that rocket event coming up, which is going to be fantastic. But this one is a good preview to be able to get it. And at the same time, it's a great time to be able to do some Master League to help. Because running coincidingly to this event, we do have the Go Battle Week at the same time. So what happens is we're able to take 5 sets all the way till 10 sets. So you can do a grand total of 10 sets per day. So hopefully you guys did take some of my advice as I have been. I didn't get all the way to level 20 like I liked, but I believe I'm at level 13 right now, which is decent. So I'll get to level 20 during this event. You can do 10 battle sets per day for a grand total of 50 battles, and then all of the Stardust except the end of set rewards will be 4x'd, which is great. Actually, we're going to be able to get some Stardust and be able to do your battles, achieve hopefully whatever rank you guys want to be able to achieve, and at the same time get even more Stardust. So the best scenario is when the Stardust pops up, and let's say it's 3,000, 3,000, 3,000 for every battle won. What you are going to do is obviously do all those battles. Then you're going to pop a star piece and you're going to go out and hunt. You're going to claim all of that, and then for 30 minutes you're going to play and catch Pokemon, preferably catching Sableyes. That would be an extremely efficient way to be able to capitalize on this. So if you guys want to do that, that's a great way to do it. Enjoy Go Battling. It will have every single league available, and obviously Annihilape is in there as well. So thank you guys for being here as always. To all my likers, comments, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes your support, subscription, participation to next level. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.